Hello and welcome. I'm Tanner Pierce, live with you here tonight at Heritage Park as the Seahawks of Peninsula High School, not a matchup you see very often, coming to town here against the Vikes. They'll face Brett Ellingson on the mound for your Vikes, who's making his third start of the year. His fourth appearance. He's thrown 9 2/3 innings, got a 4.34 ERA, which you could look at and be like, it's a little high, but the Vikes are averaging almost 11 runs per game. So when you're doing that, I think you are just fine with a 4-point-something ERA. And he's got one spot that Brett Ellingson has kind of struggled this year, has been on command, has 12 walks. It's team high. But as I said, these Vikes putting up almost 11 runs a game, you're fine right there on the mound for Brett Ellingson. Leading off for the Seahawks, the catcher, number 10, Jackson Grande. So here, Grande stepping in. In the field, we've got Jacob Young at first, Tristan Ringrose at second, Kai Halstead at third, and Grande lines that into center field to Dante Grant. That's going to be right into Grant, the first pitch he sees. Dante Grant only had to take a couple steps. We've got one away. Brings up the center fielder, number 4, Dakota Ortwine. As I said, Kai Halstead at third, Drake Anderson at short. In left is Garrett Ringer. Center field, Dante Grant. And in right, Noah Fields. The typical outfield for your Vikes so far this season. First pitch of this at-bat. Great work there from Brett Ellingson. We've got no one count. As I said, Ellingson struggled at times with command on the season, but is making his third start and is 2-0 so far on the year. That one outside. Dakota Ortwine, the center fielder for the Seahawks, making his first plate appearance of the night. And swinging a miss. Great pitch there from Brett Ellingson. And the 1-2. That's going to be hit over towards Drake Anderson at short. He's going to field it. Throw it to first in time. We've got 2 away. Brings up the shortstop, number 9, Caleb Wanaka. Wanaka steps in. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the first for the Seahawks. Once again, Vikes coming into this one 11-0. Great pitch there from Brett Ellingson. Wanaka way out in front of that one. 1-0 and outscoring their opponents 117 to 23. I mean, decent runs scored versus runs given up ratio. Vikes have just been so good at the plate this year. Great pitch there. He's going to get him looking on the outside half. Brett Ellingson, 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Great work on the bump there. Gets his first strikeout. We head to the bottom of the first. Your Vikes, 2 up for them is the same lineup as it has been the last few games. A little change down at the bottom. Happened a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago or so. Dante Grant, Drake Anderson, Jacob Yang, Will Cresswell, Noah Fields, Garrett Ringer, Brett Ellingson, Kai Halstead, and Tristan Ringrose. And they'll be facing Mason Pelagi on the mound for the Seahawks. Pelagi headed to Tacoma Community College next year, so a pretty solid arm. Let's see what the Vikes can do against him. Stay tuned. We're here. The bottom of the first, Dante Grant leading things off against Mason Pelagi. First pitch, that's going to miss up high. Dante Grant stepping into this one, has been in the leadoff spot all year as a sophomore and has done exceptional there. Batting .448. All you can ask from a leadoff man. I mean, it's just been so good there. One of the best bats on the team so far this year. That's going to be down low, ball 2. And not only that, but Dante Grant is even better on the base paths. Has been, if he gets on board, he's almost coming across the plate. It's almost a guarantee if they even get one base hit after him. Good pitch there from Pelagi on the outside half. Finds the strike zone for the first time. I mean, Dante Grant. .900% stolen base, 909 stolen base percentage. Great work there with 10 of them. That's a team high there. Like I said, if he, as a leadoff man, if he gets on board, it's a good sign for the Vikes. The 2-2. Work there from Dante Grant, fouling it back, keeping himself alive against Mason Pelagi. Pelagi pretty familiar with a couple guys on this Puyallup team. He played last summer with New Level College Prep team. The likes of Drake Anderson, Will Cresswell, Jacob Yang, all those guys. Pretty familiar with Pelagi. That's going to miss outside. Great at-bat so far from Dante Grant. Already a 7-pitch at-bat. As the leadoff man in the first at-bat of the day for the Vikes. Just what you can ask for. And the 3-2. Dante Grant hits that over to first, who makes a really good play catching that one. Still a great at-bat from Dante Grant, though, but a great play over there at first for the Seahawks. That's Duran Miller. Brings up the shortstop, number 5, Drake Anderson. As I said, Drake pretty familiar with Mason Pelagi on the bump for the Seahawks. Next pitch. Tries to get the curveball, but can't get it to find the zone. Drake Anderson batting .394 on the season. Doing pretty well for himself also. Next pitch. That's a good pitch there from Pelagi. That'll find the zone. Count goes 1-1.
Nice pitch. Here we go. Go 5.
That's going to be inside. Ball 2. Drake Anderson once again headed to Washington State University next year. And that ball is going to get underneath the glove of the first baseman, Duran Miller. And Drake Anderson will start his day off with a base knock over there. Great piece of hitting. Just go in opposite direction. Great work there from Drake Anderson. Brings up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang. Yang steps in. He as well played with Mason Ploggy in the summer. Yang, one of the hottest bats, the hottest bat on the team so far for the Vikes, batting 543. First pitch of this at bat down low. Drake Anderson's going to take off, and it's going to be close, but it's going to go off the glove of the second baseman trying to make the play. Drake Anderson, a stolen base right there for your Vikes. Put one in scoring position already for Jacob Yang, who's got 17 RBIs on the season. Leads the team by 3. Next up is Noah Fields with 14. And the 1-0. Drake Anderson taking off again. This one's going to be close, but he'll get in there. 2 straight stolen bags. Got a runner just 90 feet away from home for Jacob Yang. The 2-0. Yang pops that up. It's going to go foul. Count goes 2-1. Next pitch. Up high. That's going to be ball 3. And that ball hit deep into left field, going back. That's going to drop. One hop hit the wall. Jacob Yang rounding second, getting to third. Weiss telling him to get down. They're going to send him. Jacob Yang not quite paying attention. Thought he was going to have to slide. If he didn't slide, probably would have been able to round third, get all the way home for an inside the park home run, but slid into third. Wasn't quite paying attention to Weiss there. Nevertheless, a stand-up triple for Jacob Yang. Puts the Vikes on top early. Brings up the catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell. Called strike 1 there on Cresswell. He's batting 400 on the season. Really, really impressive. Started out, was batting like 130 something for the first 3 or 4 games, and already up to 400 on the season. Will Cresswell has had himself a time at the plate this year and behind the plate. Been really good there. 1-1 count. He fouls that off behind him. The 1-2. It's going to be up high. 2. The 2-2 on its way. Will Cresswell, that's going to do a job, and that is going to drop in center field. A base knock, 3 straight base knocks for the Vikes. Great work there from Will Cresswell, just taking that one right back up the middle. RBI single. He gets his first RBI of the night. First base knock. Brings up Noah Fields. Brings up the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. He's been really good to plate this year for the Vikes as well. Actually went yard on Wednesday against Olympia. As I said, 14 RBIs for him on the season. Loggy looking back the runner at first. It's going to be Jevin Patterson. He's going to get back safely. Once again, Patterson, the courtesy runner for Cresswell. Noah Fields batting .455. Next, nope, Pelagi going to go back to first. Going to be close, but Jevin Patterson will slide in safely. And they're going to throw it over. Oh, Jevin Patterson trips there. It's going to be a close. Nope, they'll get him. So Jevin Patterson is caught stealing, takes off, and with Pelagi on the mound as a lefty. I think that could have been close, but Jevin Patterson got sniped down. No. 2 outs. First pitch of this at bat. No, Field shows bunt, pulls back as it's down low. The 1-0. Pitch there from Pelagi. Count goes 1-1. That's going to be down low. Count goes 2-1. As I said last game on Wednesday against Olympia, Noah Fields went big fly. 2 RBIs. Him and Kai Halstead both. And the 2-1. That's going to hit on the outside corner. Two. And Noah Fields, another base knock there. That ball is going to be cut off by the center fielder. It's going to be a close play at second. Fields will slide in safely. A double there for Noah Fields. So the Vikes, their 3rd hit of the inning. 3rd hit of the game. Hot start at the plate for the Vikes. Brings up the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. Hot bat as well. I mean, you could pretty much say that about everyone in this Viking lineup. Sounds like I am, but Garrett Ringer batting .435 on the season. 10 hits and 23 at-bats, 37 plate appearances. Just a junior this year. Garrett Ringer really having himself a year. First pitch he sees, called ball 1, inside. But, I mean, the young guys for the Vikes really coming through. A 1-0. Swing and a miss there. It was 1-1. That's going to be way up. And the 2-1. That's going to miss down low.
Good eye, Jay. Let's go, man.
(3-1). Puyallup will find the zone there. We've got a full count for Garrett Ringer. Lots of pitches so far for Puyallup in the first inning. And next pitch. That's going to hit on the outside half. Garrett Ringer will go down looking here to end the second. Vikes do get 2, though. We head to the top of the second. They lead 2-0. Chase Colson leading off here in the top of the second for the Seahawks. First pitch, that ball going back. No Fields getting underneath it. He'll be there, Nick the grab. Good work from Brett Ellingson. Just putting the ball in play, trusting the guys behind him. I mean, he's got a really good defense. Take advantage of that. Brings up the designated hitter, number 19, Eli Redwin. Redwin will step in. And that ball hit hard, going foul. The 0-1. Down low. Ball 1 to Brett from Brett Ellingson. Next pitch. Down low. We've got a 3-1 count on Eli Redwin. It's going to be hit over towards Drake Anderson at short. He's going to backhand it, throw it to first, taking his time, but gets it there in plenty of time. Great play. 6-3. Here's this 2. Brings up the first baseman, number 6, Duran Miller. Miller here. Made a great play in the bottom of the first against Will Cresswell. Excuse me, against Dante Grant. And the ball popped way up high in foul territory. Running over is Kai Halstead. It's going to go out of play. Count goes to 0-1 for Miller. Ball one there. Ooh, good pitch. Great work from Cresswell, but that one just misses outside. Up high. 3-1 for Duran Miller. Get over towards, ooh, tough play. Kai Halstead on the line going to make the play, and it's going to be an error on Kai Halstead. Put a runner on first, the first of the game for the Seahawks. Brings up the third baseman, number 13, Jake Moore. It's a tough play from Halstead. That ball on the line. You weren't sure if it was going to drop foul, drop fair. Runs in and just pops out of his glove. Trying to field it. Great pitch there from Ellingson. To Jake Moore, count goes 0-1. Brett Ellingson gets him swinging. Yep, the one way up high. Count goes 0-2. It's going to be down low, and it's going to get by Will Cresswell. He's usually the one to stop those. But a pass ball will advance Duran Miller. One, two. That ball popped up in the infield, coming in. That's Brett Ellingson. He'll be there to make the grab for out number 3. Great work there from the Vikes, being able to bounce back from the error. And we head to the bottom of the second. Vikes looking to add on to their 2-run lead. Stay tuned. Brett Ellingson starting things off in the bottom of the second. There from Pelagi. We've got a 1-1 count. Next pitch. Down low. Brett hitting .346 on the season. Normally in the designated hitter spot, and when he's not pitching. And he hits that over towards short. They're going to field it and throw it to first. I'm going to say not in time. Great hustle down the line from Brett Ellingson. That's a base knock right there. Just beating out the throw. The shortstop kind of taking his time. That was Duran Miller, and he's able to beat that out. He's up the third baseman, number 6, Kai Holsted. Halstead hits that deep and high into center field. Running back there, tracking it down, and he'll make the grab. A well-hit ball there from Kai Halstead, though. But nobody moves. We've got one away. Brings up the second baseman, number 3, Tristan Ringrose. He'll step in, a runner on first. Nobody out. Next pitch. Down low. The 1-0. Pitch there from Pelagi. Just misses inside on Tristan Ringrose, though. And Pelagi's going to go throw back to first. Nope, they're going to turn throw back to first again. Just trying to get Brett Ellingson over there. Tristan Ringrose batting .385 on the season. He's another one that just crept that batting average up. Started out pretty slow and just worked his way up all the way to .385 right now. Again, going back. Don't like Brett Ellingson over there at first. Once again, Ringrose, a freshman. One of 2 freshmen getting starts this year. Find the strike zone there. Next pitch. That's going to be inside.
Good eye. We go 3 battle, baby.
3-1 is our count here. Next pitch. Tristan Ringrose. That ball hit hard down the left field line. It's going to drop in. Brett Ellingson round in third. They're going to hold him up, but a double there for Tristan Ringrose. Down the left field line, puts runners on second and third with 1 out here. Great piece of hitting from Tristan Ringrose right there. We got 2 in scoring position for the leadoff man, Dante Grant. Brings up the center fielder, number 1, Dante Grant. Already the 5th hit of the game. Excuse me, 6th hit of the game for the Vikes against Mason Pelagi. First pitch.
Going deep.
Way up high. Going to be ball 2. Dante Grant flew out to the first baseman who made a really good grab. In his first at bat. And the 2-0. Finds the zone. Grant fouls that off behind him. Evens up the count 2-2.
It's easy. I get lots of handle.
And only 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Runners on second and third for the Vikes. Dante Grant fouls it off. Staying alive. Looking to bring in a couple. Tack a couple RBIs on. The 2-2. Way up high, ball 3. Again. Lots of pitches in this at-bat from Dante Grant. Just exactly what you want from your leadoff man. Down low, Dante Grant will walk to load the bases for Drake Anderson here. And we got time called. Peninsula's going to go out and have a word on the bump. So Drake Anderson due up for the Vikes with the bases juiced here. Only 1 out. He singled his last at-bat. Would be huge to do something similar here against Pelagi. Once again, bases juiced. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Drake Anderson. Base is juiced. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Drake Anderson at the plate, facing Mason Pelagi. First pitch. He hits for strike 1. Next one. Great pitch. Goes 0-2. Once again, Drake Anderson singled his last at-bat. Down with 2 strikes on him early in this one. With the bases juiced and only 1 out. He knows Mason Pelagi pretty well. Next pitch. Tries going with the curveball, and it misses way out. The 1-2. Way up. We've got a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Drake Anderson fouls it off. Great work there. Just getting his bat out, making sure he stays alive at the plate there.
Keep it up. Okay.
The 2-2 on its way again. Drake Anderson hits that hard, but goes foul. Great at bat here. Keeping himself alive with 2 strikes on him, fouling 2 straight off. Just battling against a familiar face. Next pitch. Drake Anderson once again fouls it off. Already a 6-pitch at bat. Steps in again with two strikes on him. We're going to get on board. Next pitch. That's going to miss outside.
Baby, wear them out. I like it.
3-2. Drake Anderson fouls it off again. Just such a good at-bat here at the plate. Already 9 pitches. The 10th is on its way. Vikes just getting Pelage's pitch count up there, already at 57 pitches. Drake Anderson will go down swinging there, though. A great at-bat still. Great at-bat still. That brings up Jacob Yang. Brings up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang. He steps in with 2 outs now, and the bases juiced for the Vikes. 10-pitch at-bat. Yeah, you want to get on board. You want to score a couple there for the Vikes, but nevertheless, it's a great at-bat from Drake Anderson. First pitch to Jacob Yang is down low, ball 1. He tripled. Could have been an inside the Parker on his first at-bat, but had his head down while running, didn't quite look up. Weiss was rounding him, and Yang just slid straight in. That ball just goes foul. Could have been big for the Vikes. Yang heads back with a 1-1 count.
You flex your biceps so much and talk about it. Go, Jacob. Believe me now, believe me later.
And next pitch. Up high. Next one. Way outside. Ball 3.
Foul catch. Oh, baby, here we go.
3-1 count. It's got Pelage's pitch count all the way up to 61 through 2 2/3 innings of work. Next pitch. That's going to miss up high. He'll walk one in for the Vikes. Great work at the plate there from Jacob Yang. Keeps the bases juiced. Scores Brett Ellingson from third. We got a time called, and my guess is we're going to see a pitching change out here. That'll be the end of Mason Pelage's day. Let's see. Yeah, giving him knucks. So Mason Pelage. Pelage. Last 2 2/3 innings. And, 1 2/3 innings. Throws 63 pitches. Gives up 6 hits. 3 earned runs. 1 walk. Not exactly the start he and the Seahawks were hoping for. But the Vikes starting out hot at the plate. And we've got the bases juice for Will Cresswell when we return. Stay tuned. Cresswell stepping in here, and on the bump is Caleb Wanaka. Coming in from short. Cresswell swinging a miss there. On the first pitch he sees. He singled his last at-bat right up the middle. And with the bases juiced here in the bottom of the second against Wanaka. Once again, Wanaka who took over from Mason Pelagier. Way outside there. The 1-1. Down low. Count goes 2-1.
Here we go.
Next pitch from Wanaka. Swing, foul tip back, it's caught. Evens it out, 2-2 count. At the plate. 2 outs. Vikes lead 3-0 against the Seahawks. Time called, it's granted for Will Cresswell. And that's going to be hit into right center field. Will Cresswell gets another base knock there, scores 1. And Jacob Yang will be held up there at third. Great work from Cresswell. Gets his second base knock of the day and tacks on 2 more RBIs, make it 3. That's what he was looking for. 2 strikes on him. Great piece of hitting. Once again, advances Jacob Yang to third and scores Dante Grant and Tristan Ringrose for the Vikes. Brings up the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. Fields steps in. Vikes lead 5-0 now. Next pitch from Wanaka. Called strike 1. Noah Fields, who had a nice double his last at-bat. He's got 2 in scoring position right here. That's spiked down low. Weiss over there having a word with Noah Fields. The 1-1. Noah Fields fouls it off. Runners on second and third. Got 2 outs. The 1-2. And Noah Fields is going to be dropped. But they'll tag him. Nope. Drop third strike, but he's got there going down the line. Vikes do get 3, though, in the bottom of the second to add on to their lead. They lead by 5, heading to the third. Stay tuned. Here in the top of the third, leading things off for the Seahawks is Landon Pate. First pitch he sees. Brett Ellingson connects on the outside half. Count goes 0-1. Next pitch. That's going to be a pie. And next one. That's just going to miss. Count goes 2-1. Misses up high. 3-1 count now for Landon Pate. And that ball fouled off. Work there from Brett Ellingson. Finding the zone when he needed it. That ball hit over towards Tristan Ringrose at second. Makes a great play. Throws it to Jacob Yang. And a great work there from Ellingson, battling back to get the out. Brings up the second baseman, number 15, Trevor Grande. Ball one. Weiss getting on Tristan Ringrose over there about how he fielded that ball. Wants him to get in front of that. Ringrose kind of came around the side. A hard hit ground ball. That ball hit hard into left field, and that's going to be the first base knock of the day for the Seahawks. Field who's around, he's going to throw in. It's going to be a stand-up double, though, for Trevor Grande. Oh, hit ball. Hits it along the line. And the Seahawks break up. The no-hitter through two from Brett Ellingson. Brings up the catcher, number 10, Jackson Grande. So Jackson Grande steps in. I'm assuming we've got brothers. Great work there from Brett Ellingson. 0-1. Yo one. Just misses out high. Oh, just barely misses. A great work from Will Cresswell. Going on the back pick all the way down to second. He's got the arm to do it. Looks like they almost had it, but throw wasn't quite there in time. Counts 1-1. That ball fell back.
Nice hustle. You got to call it next time, Ford. Call it. You got it. Go, Brett.
The 1-2. That ball hit hard and high. Drake Anderson getting underneath it. He'll be there to make the grab. We've got two away. Brings up the shortstop, number 4, Dakota Ortwine. He'll step in here. 2 outs and a runner on second after Trevor Grande. A big base knock, a stand-up double. First pitch. Great work there from Brett Ellingson. Just misses, though. 0-1. What-oh? That ball hit down the third baseline. Goes foul. Looks like Kai Halstead was going to have a chance to avenge himself for the error he made back in the second. But that one goes foul. And count goes 1-1. And the 1-1. That ball hit back to Ellingson, makes a great play, and he's going to run over and throw it to Jacob Young at first. Great work from the Vikes, and the Seahawks get one base knock, but nothing besides that. We head to the bottom of the third. Your Vikes looking to add on to their 5-run lead they've got so far. Stay tuned. Bottom of the third, Garrett Ringer will lead things off for the Vikes against Caleb Wanaka. First pitch he sees, spike down low. Ringer went down swinging his first at bat. Going to bounce back right here. The 1-0. Ball fouled off. It's going to Caleb Wanaka, who came in relief of Mason Pelage, who lasted 1 2/3. Oh, that might have hit Garrett Ringer in the back of the helmet. Doesn't really feel great. He'll put the base runner on, and he'll take it for Brett Ellingson.
Brings up the pitcher, number 1, Brett Ellingson.
Oh, Ellingson will step in. Runner on first. He had a base knock his last at bat. And first pitch. Runner's going to go. Garrett Ringer will slide in safely. Stolen base, great work. Was a strike on the way in. Great work on the base pass there from Garrett Ringer. Almost looked like he hesitated for a second too, but still was able to get in safely. A 1 count. 1-4-1 is the call from Weiss.
Go, Brett.
Ellingson shows bunt. He pulls back as that one's way up high.
Go, Brett. Let's go,
And next pitch. Brett Ellingson shows bunt. It's going to go foul, though. Won't be bunting again here, I'm assuming, because he's got 2 strikes on him.
Here we go, 1-9. Come, babe.
1-2 is our count. And Wanaka's going to step off. One, 2 is our count. Next pitch. Way up high. Gonna be ball 2. Let's go, 2-2 count.
Jesse or Jess?
That's going to be down low. Count goes to 3-2. And the 3-2 on its way. Brett Ellingson is going to be swinging, foul tip. It's caught. He's going to go down swinging for out number 1 here. Brings up the third baseman, number 6, Kai Holstead.
Here we go, 6. Here we go.
Holstead steps in. Running on second and 1 out here.
Big boy, let's go.
He flew out to center field his last at-bat. Now a runner on second and only 1 out. No one by Brett Ellingson out there. Excuse me, Garrett Ringer. Time called. It's granted.
Okay.
He steps back in. Second at-bat of the day. Next pitch. Way up high. Ball 1. The 1-0. No, Wanaka's going to turn around, throw back to second. Ballsy move. Threw it real firm. Just trusted you guys to be there.
Take third. Let's go, man.
Garrett Ringer getting a good lead. And yeah, strike 1 called on Kai Halstead. That one looked a little bit outside from my vantage point, but it's called strike 1. Count as 1-1. That's going to be down low. It's Halstead also went yard. Big fly against Olympia on Wednesday. It's going to be fun to watch over the next few years. Got a 3-1 count. Next pitch. Called the strike 2.
Okay.
Full count is what we've got. Next pitch. That's going to miss up high. Kai Halstead will walk. Second free 90 of the inning for the Vikes. Runners on first and second.
Here we go, 3. Come on, Tristan.
Brings up the second baseman, number 3,
Tristan Ringrose.
Ringrose stepping up. Runners on first and second. A runner, 1 out. He had a double down the left field line his first at bat. First pitch of this one against Caleb Wanaka. Called strike 1. And next pitch. Down low. Ball 1. Good pitch from Wanaka, just a bit down low though.
I agree. Good spot. babe, 3.
A 1-1. Down low, it's spiked. 1 and 2. Excuse me, 2 and 1.
Go, T.
Next pitch. Tristan Ringrose hits that over to short. They're going to field it, throw it over, and complete the double play to get out of this one with no damage done. Is the Seahawks as Ringrose rounds out into a 6-4-3. Wasn't quite what the Vikes were looking for there. They don't add on. We head to the top of the 4th. Vikes lead 5-0. Stay tuned. In the top of the 4th, leading off for the Seahawks is going to be the pitcher, Caleb Wanaka. First pitch, he's going to hit that, and it's going to be over towards Noah Fields in right, who will field it. So a leadoff base knock for Caleb Wanaka. This thing's going in the top of the 1st. Excuse me, top of the 4th for the Seahawks. Brings up the left fielder, number 14,
Chase Coulson.
Golson will step in. Runner on first and nobody out. He flew out to right field. Noah Fields, his first at bat. His second now with a runner on first. First pitch he sees, called ball 1. Next pitch. That ball hit high into shallow center field. Dante Grant, let's see. Yes, he's got an eye on it. Never know this time of the night here at Heritage when a ball gets way up in the air, but Dante Grant is underneath it. Gives us one out. Brings up the designated hitter, number 19, Eli Redwin. So Redwin, runner on first and one out now in the top of the 4th. Next pitch. Big swing to miss on the one way up high. He grounded out to Drake Anderson at short, his first at bat. Next pitch. Give us a 1-1 count. The ball hit up to Drake Anderson at short. Oh, don't see that often. running third. I don't know why they're going for it, and they're going to get, that's going to go out of play, actually. Just a terrible sequence of events there. So that ball, Drake Anderson looked like he was rounding it, going to get a glove on it, make the double play himself. It gets under his glove, and then the runner rounds third. And Dante Grant grabs it, throws it to third, and Kai Halstead isn't able to grab it, and it gets all the way into the Seahawks dugout. So that'll bring Caleb Wanaka all the way in. After the ball goes out of play, it advances the runners, and Chase Colson will get all the way, Eli Redwin will get all the way to third after a couple of errors. Brings up the first baseman, number 6, Duran Miller. Not what you were looking for from the Vikes there, but it's all right. They'll battle back. 5-1 ball game now. Hold on. See if Ellingson can battle back after some adversity. They're going to say that's ball 2. Ball going foul. And it's into the Puyallup bullpen there. Count goes 2-1. That's going to be fouled off.
I'll get it.
Down low. Full count now. It's Duran Miller at the plate. A runner on third for the Seahawks. Next pitch. Brad Ellingson, that's fouled off. Three-two. That's going to be ball 4. Runners on the corners for the Seahawks with only 1 out. It's up the third baseman, number 13, Jake Moore. Well, Cresswell going out, calling something to the infield. Once again, runners on the corners. Most likely going to see Peninsula trying to hang them up between second and third. Only 1 out. Great pitch there from Brett Ellingson. Moore, who flew out to Ellingson his first at bat. Next pitch. A ball fouled off. 0-2.
Don't move over. You guys, there you go. You guys are bullies.
I love you, Ty.
I love me too.
Ball's up high. That's up high. Now it goes 2-2. Someone warming up in the bullpen out there for the Vikes. Can't quite see who it is. Looks like Caden Poor. Would make sense.
Got this 1-9.
Once again, a 2-2 count at the plate for Duran Miller. Excuse me, Jake Moore. Next pitch. That's a great pitch, and he's going to get him looking. Great work for Brett Ellingson. For out number 2. Just his second strikeout of the night. Brings up the right fielder, number 7, Landon Pate. Pate steps in. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. First pitch. That's going to be up high. Well, surprised we haven't seen that runner over there at first for the Seahawks try to take second. Try to get the Vikes to make an error, but nothing. Next pitch. The ball fouled off.
I got it.
1-1 count with 2 outs. Landon Pate 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to Tristan Ringrose, his first at bat. Next pitch. A ball hit into right center field. Coming in is Noah Fields, and he'll be there to make the grab for the Vikes. Great work there. Just an error gives up 1 for the Vikes and Brett Ellingson. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Your Vikes looking to get that back and add on a couple more as they lead 5-1. Stay tuned. Dante Grant, the leadoff man, up to the plate for the 3rd time today. First pitch. Ball 1. He flew out to first, lined out to first. One could say walked this second at bat, so 0 for 1 with a walk. His first time seeing Caleb Wanaka. That ball fouled off. The 1-1. A little pause on the bump there. Count is 2-1. That ball hit into shallow left center. Running in. This could drop, and that's just going to go over the head. That's going to be a base knock. I mean, that ball is just impossible to track down. It got above those lights. So I think that'll be a – let's see what they score it. Nevertheless, Dante Grant gets over to second. Brings up the shortstop, number 5, Drake
Anderson.
Drake steps in. Not sure what they're scoring that one. I would say a base knock. We shall see. Called ball 1 to Drake Anderson, his third plate appearance. Singled his first, struck out his second. Runner's going to go. Once again, that's Dante Grant. Just lethal. On the base pass. Pass ball. Great jump. Great read there from Dante Grant. Drake Anderson, an opportunity to get his first RBI of the night here. Whoa. Strike 1. Next pitch. Up high, ball 3. Next pitch. Drake Anderson, a base knock down the left field line. That's going to score Dante Grant. He'll get to 2 at least. And they're going to hold him up at second. A stand-up double for Drake Anderson. They're down the third baseline. What else can you ask for? Great work. He gets his first RBI of the night, bringing in Dante Grant. Vikes get their lead back to 5.
There we go, 7.
We'll bring up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang.
Yang will step in. After the double from Drake Anderson, makes it a 6-1 ball game. First pitch he sees from Wanaka. Down low, it's spiked. Count goes 1 out. Got someone warming up in the bullpen out there for the Seahawks. Next pitch. Way up high, ball 2. Jacob Yang fouls that one off. Count goes 2-1. Looks like he was going to be a low down, low and away. He probably saw it crossing the zone though, so stuck his bat out at that one. 2-1. Next pitch. Drake Anderson's going to take off. It's going to be inside. Called strike 2. Stolen base, though, from Drake Anderson. 2 strikes on him now. Jacob Yang fouls it off, stays alive. 2-2. Looking for his second RBI of the night here with Drake Anderson at third. Ball into the outfield. Clearly, he's going to score one. The 2-2. Jacob Yang fouls it off. Work there. He stays alive with 2 strikes on him. Way outside. Full count now. Next pitch. Yang is going to foul it. Staying alive. Great work. This Viking lineup is so solid up and down. I mean, as I said, averaging 11 runs per game. They've seen plenty of Puyallup teams over the last 6 years, and offensively, this may be the best one I've seen top to bottom throughout the lineup. I mean, there's not a guy in this lineup that you wouldn't really trust to get a job done. Yang, once again, battling. Great work from him there. Just making sure he gets bat on ball. Lovely at bat. But yeah, I mean, 5th Puyallup team out of 6, actually. And top to bottom, this has got to be the best team offensively. Now on the bump, not quite. But that's going to be ball 4. Lovely quality at bat from Jacob Yang. That puts runners on the corners with nobody out for Will Cresswell.
That brings up the catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell.
Cresswell steps up. See what he can do. He's already got 3 RBIs on the day with 2 singles. Opportunity for a couple more. Vikes lead 6-1. Caleb Wanaka once again on the bump for the Seahawks. First pitch of this at bat. Oh, runner's going to go. It's going to be close there. Throw was right on the money. Great throw. Jacob Yang's able to slide in safely. A strike is called. So 0-1. 2 in scoring position for Will Cresswell. He's going to chop that over towards the pitcher. They're going to throw it, and he's going to slide in safely. Will Cresswell, great work getting the job done. And just what you're looking for. I mean, scores a bag. He gets on himself. Maybe not exactly the type of hit he was looking for, but that's going to be Will Cresswell's 3rd base knock of the night right there. Gets his 4th RBI. Bringing in Drake Anderson.
Brings up the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields.
So Fields here. He's got a double and then struck out his last at-bat. Runners on the corners with nobody out right now. They're going to throw back. Trying to get Devin Patterson, the courtesy runner, over there at first. He gets back safely. Next pitch. Great pitch there from Wanaka. Curveball getting it in to drop. Strike 1. Big swing there. Count goes 0-2. Once again, nobody out. Runners on the corners for the Vikes. Noah Fields has got 2 strikes on him. Next pitch from Caleb Wanaka. And that ball hit way up high in the infield. He's going to make the grab, though. No one goes anywhere. Noah Fields pops up. Gives us 1 away in the 4th.
I'll bring up the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer.
Ringer here. Struck out his first stab. That hit by pitch his second. So 0 for 1 in first. First base knock here. Runners on the corners, 1 out. First pitch he sees. Runner's going to go. It's going to be a close one, but they're going to slide in safely. The throw was definitely there in time, but the tag didn't get put in. Counts 1-0. Runners on second and third. Now. Big swing and a miss there from Garrett Ringer. Count goes 1-1. Way up high. Count goes 2-1. Once again, Garrett Ringer 0 for 1. Next pitch from Wanaka. Down low, ball 3. That's going to be down low, ball 4 to load the bases for the Vikes here. Brett Ellingson
Brings up the pitcher, number 19, Brett Ellingson.
Ellingson. Base is juiced. He had a base knock his first at bat, struck out his second. Looking for a few RBIs here. First pitch from Wanaka. Brett Ellingson hits it towards the first baseman, but he's going to score a run there. So good work from Ellingson. Well, no, they're going to say it's a foul. What's the call? I can't tell. Yeah. It's fielded. He scores 1.
Brings up the third baseman, number 6, Kai Holstead.
So Ellingson, the sacrifice ground out there. The first baseman. Gets another on the board. Time called. They're going to put Kai Halstead on. Guess they're scared of him after he went big fly last game. Don't want.
Brings up the second baseman, number 3, Tristan Ringrose.
Ringrose with the bases juiced and 2 outs. One 0 count for Tristan Ringrose. That ball fielded and just going to take it himself as the pitcher. The Vikes do get a couple more as they lead 8-1. We head to the top of the 5th. Stay tuned. Back here in the top of the fifth, Trevor Grande, who doubled his last at bat, steps in. First pitch of this one, just outside ball one. That ball hit up the middle, and Grande is going to get his second base knock of the day right there. That ball hit up the middle. Have a day at the plate for him.
Brings up the catcher number 10, Jackson Grande.
Jackson Grande. Time called. Cresswell's going to head out there, have a word with Brett Ellingson on the bump. It's going to run on first. Nobody out. Trevor Grande got his second base knock of the night. Brings up his brother. I'm assuming brothers. First pitch. That ball hit into deep center field. Tracking it down, though, is going to be Dante Grant. Great work there in center from Grant. Jackson Grande flies out to center field for the second time of the night.
Brings up the center fielder number 4, Dakota Ortwine.
Ortwine here. Runner on first and one out at the top of the fifth. Great pitch there from Brett Ellingson. Finds the zone. Count goes 0-1 on Ortwine. Ball hit up into shallow right field. Going back, Tristan Ringrose. Great communication there at second. Calling it, making sure everyone knows he's got it. We've got 2 away. And time called. I think we're actually going to see a pitching change just because of pitch count. Weiss is heading out there, and I think we're going to see Caden Poor come on in for the Vikes. Brett Ellingson, great outing. He lasts 5 2/3. Great work on the bump from Brett Ellingson. And Caden Poor heading out. We'll be back. Stay tuned. pitcher, Caleb Wanaka, steps in. We got a courtesy runner coming in out there on first. And once again, Caleb Wanaka at the plate. And Caden Poor will step in here, taking over for Brett Ellingson. I'm guessing it's a pitch count thing. Let's see. Yeah, Ellingson throws 64, so I think they were just trying to keep him under 65 so that he can throw against in 3 days. First pitch. Great pitch there from Caden Poor. A little bit of filth to Wanaka.
Come on!
And Brett Ellingson threw 4 and 2/3 innings of work, his final stat line. Oh, Caden Poor, the filth once again. Throws 64 pitches, gives up only 3 hits, 1 run. That run being unearned, and 2 strikeouts and only 1 walk. So really good there from Brett Ellingson, who's kind of struggled with command this year, only giving up 1 walk. And they get him swinging. Caden Poor right there comes in and throws 3 pitches, gets out of it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Your Vikes looking to add a couple more. Stay tuned. In the bottom of the 5th, Dante Grant will lead things off for your Vikes. He'll be facing a new pitcher, the 3rd of the day for the Seahawks. It's Eli Redwin who comes in. First pitch he throws. Called ball 1. Redwin taking over for Caleb Wanaka, who lasted 2 1/3. And his final stat line, 60 pitches. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 of those being earned. 2 strikeouts and 4 walks. 2-0 count. Back.
Let's go.
Count goes 2-1.
Go, Dante. 2-1. Go what? I got it.
It was loud. Count goes 3-1. Well, nearly hit the field mic down there.
1, 2, 4.
And that ball goes foul. We've got a full count. The ball fouled off. It's going up and could be caught. It's going to be dropped. Dante Grant gets another life here.
Nice hustle, catch. Nice hustle. I like it.
3-2 count.
it out. Straighten it out, one. Under it.
That's going to be a walk for Dante Grant to get things going in the 5th for your Vikes.
Brings up the shortstop, number 5, Drake Anderson.
Anderson, a runner on first. 2 for 3 on the day. 2 base knocks. Had a nice double. He's got an RBI. Singled his first at bat. Struck out on his second. Time called. Runner on first. Runner's going to go. Dante Grant once again. Just lethal on the base paths for the Vikes. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss there from Drake Anderson. Good pitch from Redmond. Eli Redwin, that is. Who's on the bump? That's going to square up Drake Anderson in the back. But runners on first and second for Jacob Yang.
Brings up the first baseman, number 7, Jacob Yang.
Yang steps in. So now runners on first and second. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, runners are going to go. It's going to be inside. And both will advance. And a ball. 1-0 count. At the plate, 2 in scoring position. And next pitch. That's going to be, ooh, looked a little down low to me, but called. Strike 1. Next pitch. Jacob Yang fouls it. And count goes 1-2. 2 strikes on him now. Already 1 RBI on the day. An opportunity for a couple more with nobody out. Runners on second and third in the bottom of the 5th for your Vikes.
Go, Jacob. Go get him, man.
Ball 2. Count goes 2-2. Yang here. That ball popped up into shallow right field, running back. They're trying to track it down. It's going to drop and score. Dante Grant. Base knock there for Jacob Yang. Brings in 1. Kind of a tough ball to track down there. Will Cresswell now with runners on the corners.
Brings up the catcher, number 4, Will Cresswell.
He's already got 4 RBIs on the night. Three base knocks, 3 for 3 with 4 ribbies. Not a bad spot to be if you're Will Cresswell. Not a bad day at the plate. And they're going to turn around, and it's going to be close, but Jacob Yang is able to turn around and get back in time. As soon as that ball was released from Redwin, Yang kind of turned towards second. Was able to catch himself, get back just in time. Once again, runners on the corners. Nobody out for Will Cresswell. Next pitch from Redwin. Will Cresswell lined into center field. It's going to score 1, though. Brings in Drake Anderson. Vikes now lead. As Will Cresswell gets his 5th RBI of the night right there on the sac fly. Time called. Peninsula is going to go out and have a word on the bump. Let's see what. It's talking about, once again, the game-ending run over there at first for the Vikes with only one out. As Will Cresswell scores Drake Anderson from third. We've got Jacob Yang over there at first with only one out. Everybody in the right fielder, number 16, Noah Fields. Noah Fields. Game-ending run over there at first. He steps in. 1 for 3 on the day. Doubled his first at bat. That's going to hit him in the leg. Another hit by pitch here this inning from Eli Redwin will put runners on first and second for the Vikes. Bring up Garrett Ringer. Brings up the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Ringer. Ringer steps in here for the Vikes. Runners on first and second, 1 out. First pitch he sees. That ball hit high and hard into left field. Coming in. Looks like they will be able to. Oh, it's dropped. So an error there on the left fielder. He's going to load the bases. E7. Looked like he had that the whole way, and then it got in his glove and popped right out. That gives Brett Ellingson the opportunity to end it here.
Brings up the pitcher, number 19, Brett Ellingson.
Ellingson, bases juiced, only 1 out. First pitch, Ellingson sees from Redwin. That's spiked in the dirt. Count goes ball 1. Brett Ellingson singled his first at-bat, then struck out his second, grounded out to the first baseman, who did it all himself in his third, his 4th at-bat here, and got the chance to end this one for the Vikes in 5. That's going to be a 2-0 count. Bases juiced. 2-0 count to Brett Ellingson. Redwin comes set. That's going to be fouled off. Bases juiced, only 1 out. Next pitch. That's going to be up high and inside. Ball 3 to Brett Ellingson. Three-one count. Bases juiced in the bottom of the 5th. That will be game here as Brett Ellingson will walk on 5 pitches. And the Vikes, another day, another game, another 10-run mercy through 5. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tanner Pierce. Once again, so glad you could join us tonight in a game that was supposed to be an away one this afternoon. It got moved due to umpire challenges. Glad we could get it in. Vikes take this one 11-1 against the Seahawks of Peninsula High School after Brett Ellingson walks with the bases loaded. And the Vikes back-to-back 3-run innings close this one out against the Seahawks. Great work on the bump from Brett Ellingson on the day as he goes 4 2/3, throws 64 pitches, only gives up 3 hits, 1 run, that run being unearned, and 2 strikeouts and only 1 walk. And then Caden Poor came in with 2 outs in the top of the 5th and threw 3 pitches and got a strikeout there and ended this one as the Vikes get 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tanner Pierce signing off. We'll be back with you Monday night one last time Not sure how I feel about that. But one last time here Monday night, and then the Vikes head to South Kitsap Wednesday. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tanner Pierce. Your Vikes take this one by a final tally of 11-1.